this is George with Hayner's Garden Design and Hayner's Potting Shed right here at 1625 Starkey Road, Largo, Florida. Listen, thanks for tuning in again this week. You know what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about snails and slugs. They're almost one and the same. Snails obviously have a shell. Some of the slugs, their shell is on the inside. I don't know what that's all about, but that's the way God made them. What can I tell you? Anyway, they are a nuisance. They are a pain sometimes because they like your vegetables and they like your begonias and some of your other flowers that you might put around the house. And you'll go, you go to bed one night, everything's looking good, and you come back the next morning and everything is just cut to a nub. That's them. They like dusk to night. That's when they come out. And so, if you want to go catch them, then you need to go out there with a flashlight, take them off. But with that being said, they do. If you're noticing that your vegetables are being eaten, your flowers are being eaten, and you can't see any immediate bugs, beetles, caterpillars of that sort, it's probably a slug or a snail. They do come out at dusk, they feed throughout the night, and then they go back down and where it's moist. They do need moisture. So let's talk about control of these little creatures that come out at the night. You can do a couple of different things. Eggshells, make sure they're clean because you don't want a lot of other animals coming around and eating the eggshells if you've left, product in them. The other thing is pistachio nuts, believe it or not. Put them around the base, eggshells around the base. They can't seem to climb over top of them, so it deters them. And salt. You can do a perimeter of salt around your plants that will stop anything from coming in. If they're already in there, though, that's a whole other issue. There's not a lot you can do. You don't want to put salt around every plant that you have. Eggshells, maybe pistachios, if you like pistachios, then just use your shells. It's an organic matter too, so it's going to feed your plant at some point in time as it breaks down. So you get 2 for the price of 1. The other thing is, you can manually pick them off. Like I started, you go out there, you pick them off, throw them in a jar. Throw them in your neighbor's garden or yard, and toss them in the street. Just hold on to them, use them as fish bait, throw them in the water. Fish like them, they'll eat them. The other alternative is, as far as getting rid of them, would be beer. Yes, beer. Feed them beer. They like the yeast in the beer. So what you want to do is, probably the best way is you get a container with a lid on it, plastic, cut a hole in it big enough for them to go through. What they end up doing is dropping in there to get the beer, and they end up drowning. I know it sounds heartless, but it's either that or they're going to eat your plants. So beer attracts them. The other thing is, too, if you got a pet armadillo or a pet possum, they love snails. So you can invite the whole family over and they could eat your snails if you don't want to pick them out. So there's a couple of tips right there for you to take care of the snail problem. If you don't want to mess with that, we do sell snail and slug bait. You sprinkle it around, moisten it in the evening, and they'll come out and eat that as opposed to your product if you don't want to mess with all the other stuff. But that is about it for now. We appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Have a great weekend, and hope to see you here soon in the store. Thank you, and God bless.